everything. Reading Rainbow. I have become a god because I read a book. My power grows like no one knows. I'm mad with power.
This power. No man should have power like this.
That was Funny or Die's take on a new theme song for the beloved children's series Reading Rainbow. But if the public response to a recent online campaign is any indication, it seems LeVar Burton does have a whole lot of power, and resistance is futile. The actor, author, and reading advocate has a Kickstarter campaign to bring back Reading Rainbow for every child everywhere. Thanks to more than 77,000 backers, he met his first $1 million goal in just 11 hours. And after a week, he's well on his way to meeting the new $5 million goal. But you don't have to take my word for it. Here's the man himself, the Emmy and Grammy Award-winning LeVar Burton. And it is great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Joy.
Thank you. Well, I have to start by playing you that moment when you found out that you got the $1 million.
Yes.
Let's relive that together.
All righty.
$1 million.
So, Kickstarters, I don't know what to say. We've just crossed the $1 million threshold. It is our first day. I am overwhelmed. Thank you so much. This is going to enable us to really, really, really do a lot of good.
I mean, you were obviously so emotional, but was it because you were sort of not expecting that level of support so quickly and not realizing how many people were so invested in it?
It was so surprising and so amazing to look. We set the campaign for 35 days. Most Kickstarters are a little bit shorter than that, 30 days. We felt fairly confident we could get there, but we gave ourselves an extra 5 days in case we needed it. We never dreamed we'd get there in the first day.
Yeah, so I mean, my kids grew up reading Rainbow. I was telling you that in the break. So, but why bring it back after all this time?
Well, because there's still a need. There's an absolute need, and the opportunity is to use today's technology. Television was the technology that we used back in the day in the 80s. The first episode of Reading Rainbow aired June 6th, 1983. So we've been doing this for 31 years. The mission has never changed. It's just the technology that's changed. And today's kids are on tablet computers. They're on the web. And if you want to reach them, that's where you need to be.
Right. Also, talk about the mechanics of what it is that you're trying to do. How do people actually access it?
So what we have done is 2 years ago, we reinvented Reading Rainbow as a tablet experience for kids. It's a library of books and videos, video field trips with LeVar, just like the original television series. We have hundreds of books, hundreds of video field trips, right? That you can access via only 2 platforms currently, the iPad and the Kindle Fire. The whole idea for the Kickstarter campaign was to give us an entree into universal access. We raised the money to get to the web.
Yeah.
And then to put a product in the hands of teachers. Teachers love Reading Rainbow.
Yeah. Now, the detractors that have come up, and there have been a few. It's hard to believe anybody doesn't love Reading Rainbow. Right. But some people have said, listen, this is not something that's free to schools.
Well, PBS wasn't free either.
Yeah.
Right? PBS was at no immediate cost to the consumer, but content doesn't create itself, Joy, and it certainly doesn't create itself. Good content costs. We license these books from the publishers, and we have a fiduciary responsibility to pay these artists and the writers for their intellectual property. There are plenty of educational products in our schools that the school districts pay for. One of the things that we are doing, and again, the Kickstarter helps us do that, is to give the Reading Rainbow product for schools away for schools that are in need. And I think that's pretty significant.
And then so the other tranche of criticism has been, listen, if you're going to invest your money and you're going to go on a Kickstarter, the better investment if you really want to increase literacy is to do one of these small sort of community, really literacy-focused programs rather than Reading Rainbow, which is for kids who, in theory, can already read.
Look, and why can't you do both? Why does it have to be mutually exclusive? Yes, we do need to teach our kids how to read. And almost more importantly, once they can read, we need to teach them how to love reading.
Yeah.
We need to light that fire in them and make sure that they have a passion for the written word. Otherwise, we can teach all the kids we want to read, but if they won't read because they don't love it, because they think it's hard, or they think it's drudgery, then we're not really advancing the culture. We're not really giving kids an opportunity to reach their full potential.
So you're not done with this this campaign?
No, we're not.
Phase two.
We're in phase two. The $1 million, great. It gives us the opportunity to give the product away to 1,500 schools. If we can get to 5 million, if people join us getting to 5 million, we can reach 7,500 schools and give the product away to 7,500 schools free of charge. It also gets us a lot closer to universal access on many more platforms.
Wow. Well, LeVar Burton, thank you so much for being here. And you know what? I think as we go to break, I think we should have you read it. What do you think? Go for it.
We'll have the Reading Rainbow Man
read Rainbow right now.
So, coming up, Politics Got You Down. We'll get happy with a little late night comedy. That's next.